everyone, it's Melissa. Today I am going to be doing our Thanksgiving dinner. It's going to be a gluten-free Thanksgiving dinner. So I will go ahead and tell you the menu, and this is the day before Thanksgiving and I'm doing my prep now for it. We're having turkey and ham, mashed potatoes, gravy, dressing, green beans. My daughter's doing roasted cauliflower. I'm making two pies, a gluten-free pies. They're going to be pumpkin and pecan, and we're going to try gluten-free dinner rolls this year and see how they do. And my husband loves this this congealed, this Jello cherry salad that I make, and I haven't made it in like 10 years, so I told him I'd make it for him this year. So I was trying to think if there was anything else we were going to have. Sweet potatoes, I forgot to say that. So I think it's just going to be a typical Thanksgiving meal, except it's going to be gluten-free. I'm going to go get started on the prep today. I'm going to make my cornbread for my dressing, and I'll show you, and I'll list recipes below. The cornbread is going to be gluten-free, as well as the bread for the dressing. So I like to go ahead and get started on that today. I will make probably my mashed potatoes today. You can make them ahead of time. I'll make my green beans today and warm up tomorrow, because Doug's gonna do the turkey, and he needs the oven and the stove for that, and I will need the oven for my dressing, because gluten-free dressing needs to be made fresh and then cooked right away, because it gets the gluten-free breads don't hold up real well against getting soggy. So I will do that tomorrow, so I get as much done today as I can. So I guess that is it. I will go ahead and get started on making my gluten-free cornbread for my dressing. A big priority for me is getting a pumpkin pie or pumpkin spice, or maybe the pecan one of the gluten-free Starbucks lattes, and I'm gonna bring that back home. I'm gonna go get that, and then after that, the rest of the afternoon I'll be on, it's like when you drink, I'm going on beer and wine, or I'm going on wine right now, then I'm going on Russian tea. So I like lots of spices when I'm cooking for Thanksgiving dinner, and lots of sugar, so I'll be super hyped up too. See you in a bit. So I got a phone call. I always get a phone call when I'm filming, so we'll start over on this part again. Started the oven at 425. It's preheated, and so one cup of gluten-free flour. I like the cup for cup. I know I explained that. 1 cup of cornmeal. I use the Hodgson meal. It's just 100% cornmeal. So 1 cup of that. Let's see, 3 tablespoons of sugar. Even though I'm a Southerner, I am using, Southern people don't usually put sugar in their cornbread, but when you make it gluten-free, it tastes a little bit better. So, and my family seems to like it a little bit better, so it is going to be a sugar cornbread. So it would be, let's see, 3 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And a teaspoon of salt. Mix your dry ingredients together. And I always get flour all over me. Okay, then you're going to do your wet ingredients, which are, 2 eggs, 1 cup of milk, and at the same time I'm going to pour in 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay, I'm going to mix all that up. And I'm not going to show cooking my green beans or sweet potatoes or mashed potatoes, the stuff that's non-gluten-free, because everybody cooks that and that'd just be boring for you. And I always use this old pan. It was my mother's old pan, and it's just good for cornbread. Okay, so here's the pan that I was talking about, and I'm going to spray it generously And then pour in the batter. It's a thick batter, but you know, it's cornbread. Okay, so I've got it spread out and I'm gonna bake it for 20 minutes. Okay, in a food processor, I have mixed up 3 cups of cup for cup flour that I like to use, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a teaspoon of kosher salt, and so I'm gonna mix that up together. Next, I'm going to put in 2 sticks of butter, and then that's, you know, going to blend that in. Where it makes kind of coarse breadcrumb, coarse crumb type consistency. Okay, it's pretty full, and it says to take it out. This is where I differ with the recipe. It says to take it out and do it by hand, you know, add your milk and stuff, but I just put it directly in here and let the machine do it, and I've never noticed any difference. It's just as good. So you take a half a cup of buttermilk, and I usually just do clabbered milk. I put some vinegar in there and kind of make clabbered milk, which is a good substitute for buttermilk, and mixed with a large egg, so I'll put my egg in there. Mix that up together. And then with the machine running, I'll start pouring it in there, and it will, until it starts pulling away and it gets to a nice consistency. And I apologize for it being loud. Okay, that's done, and it's just makes a nice crust here. So I'm gonna move over to the board and pour it out there. Okay, I love this dough. It's just really nice. What I usually do first is go ahead and half it for the 2 before I start really rolling it out. So I try to half it, but I weigh it to make sure that I get them both even. I put them both in the refrigerator while I clean up and make the filling for each one of them. Well, my oven went out. My main oven, I've got a smaller oven that can cook, so I'm going to do my pies one at a time in those. It's a part. They're trying to find the part, and hopefully, if not, we'll have to cook the turkey in my daughter's oven. And I'll have to warm up things, cook them one at a time in that small oven, and then warm them up in the microwave tomorrow. So we'll do our best. Yay, Thanksgiving. The pumpkin pie's in the oven. It's about, what time is it, Doug? About 9:30?
Yeah, 8:30.
8:30, okay. So get ready to get started on my next dish. We're hanging in there with no oven. Well, one small oven to try to cook on, and warming everything back up for tomorrow, so wish us luck. Okay, so I'm mixing together my dry ingredients. They are the gluten-free flour. This is for the rolls, and xanthan gum, yeast, instant yeast, sugar, and salt. And by the way, I doubled the recipe because we're having, you know, several people over. So with it running, you add your warm water. And then you add your butter. And you add your eggs. And you add your cider vinegar. You mix on medium for 3 minutes. real nice batter. It's very soft, very smooth. Very nice. So then you're going to scoop it out. It's the directions say to use 1/3 of a cup to scoop out and put it into a greased pan, pie pan, 8 or 9 inch. This is a 9 inch. You put one in the middle, 8 surrounding. So I'm doing 2 of them. Water on your fingers and kind of smooth out the top, it said. Put your 1 in the middle and 8 surrounding it. Okay, I'm going to do this twice, and then I'm going to cover it, put it in a warm place, and let it rise for about 45 minutes to an hour. So I've got my cornbread that I made the other day, and I'm going to crumble and measure out 3 cups of cornbread. This is for the dressing, by the way. Okay, I took a loaf of gluten-free white bread and cut the crust off, and then made, kind of made pieces out of it, crumbled it up. And so that's 3 cups. And then I've crumbled up the cornbread that I made the other day, and I'm gonna measure out 3 cups of it. Okay, so I've salted and peppered the breadcrumbs and the cornbread crumbs. So I'm adding onion and celery, melted butter, and broth. Well, first I'm going to do my eggs. And then start adding broth till it gets the desired consistency. I'm going to start stirring that. I don't like to work it too much because the bread and the cornbread with the gluten-free flour, it breaks down and gets soggy very quickly. So add a little bit more, and then I think that I'll put it in the pan and start baking it. I like to bake it very quickly, just as soon as I get it stirred up. So the last of our guests have left. The dishes are done. I've got a couple of things still sitting out. One bowl still in the sink. But I had such a good day. I'm so tired. I'm going to go edit this and get it up. I'm so thankful for all of you. Thank you for watching me, for letting me be a part of your lives, and for sharing yourselves with me. It's been a blessed year, and I'm very, very grateful. I hope everyone has a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.